If you're currently debating on whether to buy the ILIA Limitless Lash Mascara or the new Tower 28 Mascara, watch this video. Hello, welcome to the channel. I am Britt, creator of the Style Shaker. I try all these products out for you, share my honest reviews so you have a better idea of what to buy, and more importantly, what not to buy. And today, like I mentioned, these two puppies are gonna battle. They're not puppies, they're mascaras. We're gonna cover a few things pretty quickly over here so you can have a better sense of which might work best for you. I just did a full review of the new Tower 28. I really liked it. And then I wore both of these on different eyes and I saw a very solid distinction between the two. So I'm gonna tell you what that is. We're gonna start it off with price. The ILIA Limitless Lash, whoops, this one is $28. You can get a subscription, by the way. 3 months, every 3 months you get a new mascara. It's around $23. And then the Tower 28 is less expensive at $20, which is pretty great. Another little difference that I want to mention here, which might not be little to a lot of you, is that the Tower 28 mascara is vegan. ILIA is not. There's beeswax in here. All of the information that you want to know about ingredients and stuff like that will be linked below. But both of these brushes are silicone. They have kind of a harder brush there and they're dual-sided. I actually preferred the dual-sided curve that I got on the Tower 28 brush compared to the ILIA, but they're both pretty good and they're both pretty similar. Volume, length, and wear test. These are the key differentiators after we get beyond price, right? Well, there's probably some others, like if you have sensitive eyes, you're gonna wanna look at ingredients, but those three are the next that I'm gonna cover. So volume. ILIA has, I keep using the wrong one. The ILIA mascara, all right, this is a little bit more of a wet formula. It's still very creamy, but it's very easy to build. The volume here is a defined volume. So it goes from root to tip and it covers each lash. It is not subtle, it's pretty significant, but it's not high glam and it's not in any way messy. It's pretty defined. Now, if you look at the Tower 28, that also gave some really strong volume. The creamier formula deposits pretty easily with the brush. It's not a messy volume either, but it's a little bit messier than the ILIA, so you're not getting as much root to tip defined volume I found on this one. It's still very impressive, don't get me wrong, but those are the little nuances that start differentiating the two. I will say the Tower 28 gave more of a lash multiplying at the base of the lash look. It wasn't, again, it didn't pull up to the tip of the lash as well, but it did have that like feathering multiplying thing happening, and the ILIA really doesn't do that. It just creates more weight and volume around the lashes. They both performed well, not a lot of lash sticking together, not a lot of clumping or anything like that in either of these. So that's volume. Kind of depends on the type of volume you like. But length is where it really gets different. The ILIA has been a favorite of mine for a very long time, and I am not alone in that. I am just not. The length on this mascara remains to be one of the strongest that I've seen in the clean beauty space. It just is. It just is. I don't know if that's just my lashes, but I doubt it. It gives almost like a fake lash length for mine. You can see in the before and after, plus that defined volume around the lash. And then there is this curl and lift, which is very, very impressive and strong, which really opens up the eye. Now the Tower 28 also gave really strong length and it has Aquaflex technology, so you do also see a curl, which is what I mentioned in my full review for that mascara. And I compared the two up against one another. The ILIA just had more lift to it. You're gonna hear me say it a million times, but it went all the way from the base of the lash to the top of the lash. And it's funny because the Tower 28, I used that and I hadn't tested it yet against the ILIA, and I really was thinking this is gonna replace the ILIA, but then when you wear them side by side, y'all, it's a different story sometimes. For the wear test, they both really wore incredibly well. Both of these performed in a very, very strong way on those wear tests. The main difference here was removal. ILIA, because it's a wetter formula and it doesn't have all those little fibers, which give you that lash multiplication I found. Because it's more of a wet formula, it is easier to remove. It just slides off the lash. The Tower 28, it's not hard. It's not hard to get off the lashes, but you gotta mess with it a little, put a little warm water. I use my fingers a little bit, but when you compare the two, the ILIA is definitely easier to remove. A $4 difference, pretty much, if you're looking at the subscription model. It's $8, of course, if you're not. And overall, for me, ILIA still remains in the top seat, although Tower 28 is a really good contender. They've done a very, very good job. I'm impressed. If you like length and major curl and lift and defined volume, ILIA's for you. If you like a softer, kind of fluttery, multiplied at the base of the lash look that also gives some really good curl and you're okay with a little extra effort on removal, Tower 28 is for you. If neither of those things sound like a good idea and you want to keep looking, check out the mascara reviews that I have. I have a playlist over here so you can kind of go quickly through them. There's some solo reviews, there's some roundups. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you found this helpful. If you did, please take 2 seconds, hit that like button, subscribe if you're not already subscribed, and I will see you right back here real soon. Until then, bye. It's a battle. This is what I do all day.